do have a new tornado warning to go over. So we do have a new tornado warning that has been issued in Iowa. So let's go ahead here and look at the latest here. So brand new tornado warning just issued for Jessup, Independence, and Winthrop, Iowa, as well as Lamont. And this is a pretty gnarly storm. This is the same storm that produced a tornado warning earlier this afternoon in Iowa as well. So we are back on here. Remember I mentioned a little bit ago, if we were to get a tornado warning, we'd jump back on. So we are back here, a new tornado warning now in effect here in Iowa. Let's get the latest information here from the National Weather Service. The latest here, tornado warning radar indicated here in effect until 6 p.m. Central Time. So that's actually for an entire hour now. And this is for central Buchanan County in Iowa. This storm is moving east at 35 miles per hour. At 4:56, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located over the over near Independence. Tornado and tennis ball sized hail. Also, weather spotters reported a funnel cloud on this storm. So there was a report of a funnel cloud. So Independence, Winthrop, Buchanan, and some other locations include Lamont. So take cover now. Move to an interior room or basement on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows if you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle. Move to the closest substantial shelter. Protect yourself from flying debris. So that is the latest wording there from the National Weather Service. So let's go ahead here. I want to look at, let's see, we're going to switch radars, I think. Looks like, yeah, unfortunately it's in between radars, but let's go ahead and look at the velocity. And it looks like, you know, it's hard to see because it's in between all of the radars, but it does look like we are seeing rotation near Independence. And it looks like we are getting kind of a, you can definitely tell there is a bit of a notch there. There's kind of an indentation there feeding into the storm right there over Independence. And that is a spot. That's what we're watching right over Independence. So if you're in Independence, you have no time. You are under this tornado warning and need to seek shelter immediately here. Winthrop, you guys are next in line here. This storm will be along this highway here, Highway 939. And so Independence and then Winthrop, you guys are next. Lamont as well, you're in the tornado warning, seek shelter. And then farther to the east, you know, places like Masonville, Dundee, Manchester, you guys are next here as well. But you're not in the tornado warning. But I would be keeping a close eye on that, on this storm. So let's see here. So this tornado warning is out until 6 p.m. now. So we are looking at a ways to go here on this storm. It looks like it's already going through. It's already went through the Jessup area. So Jessup, Iowa, it's already gone through. But it looks like another cell is going through Jessup right now. Probably getting some hail, very heavy rain. But Independence right now, you guys are right in the middle of this thing. And again, it's kind of hard to see, but there's your rotation. You know, anytime you got the bright colors like that on the radar. Let me go ahead. I'm going to switch products here. I do like this one a little bit better we're looking at the velocity data. And let's start with the La Crosse radar and see if we can see anything. And yeah, there's definitely some rotation there over Independence. There's definitely something there. We're definitely seeing some rotation. So Winthrop, you guys are next in line with this. You guys are next up. So you need to be in your basement, need to be in your safe shelter, because there is a dangerous storm that is heading into your area that is tornado warned, and it has produced a funnel cloud, and it is also in a very good environment for thunderstorms, severe weather, tornadoes. So you guys need to be in your safe spot here. It's a very strong thunderstorm. But again, Independence, Winthrop, Iowa, that is the area of our greatest concern right now. And let's switch to the Davenport radar and see if we can see anything. Okay, so it looks like our Davenport radar looks to be the best view of this. And boy, we got a lot of severe weather, don't we? We have a lot of severe weather. We have numerous severe thunderstorm warnings in southern Wisconsin, also into Indiana as well, and then even down into Oklahoma and Texas. But again, Iowa is where we are going to be covering today. And look at that velocity. So we are definitely seeing some good velocity with this storm. And right now, it is just going through Independence, and it's heading towards Winthrop right now. So yep, so at this time, that is what we're looking at here. Looks like the worst of this storm is in between Independence and Winthrop right now. And hopefully Independence, Iowa didn't get hit very hard. But unfortunately, it looks like Independence probably got hit by this storm. Not necessarily a tornado, but we will see. Now here is a source that I really like. I like to use this. This is our shear product that we have. This is our shear detector map, and this shows us where that rotation is, where the worst of the storm is. So that rotation, the tornado part of the storm, the strong twisting of the winds, if you will, that is what we're looking at with this product. And it looks like, again, it's in between Independence and Winthrop. And that's exactly the spot that we're looking at. And I know it might be a little bit difficult to see it, but that is the spot here. That's what we're looking at. So we are just going to continue to watch this very closely, as this is the only... Let's see here. This is the only tornado warning that we have going on in the country. So, again, we have this tornado warning in Iowa, and I'm going to go ahead and read off the information here once again. So for this tornado warned storm, let's go ahead here. So tornado warning remains in effect here until 6 p.m. And this is for central Buchanan County in Iowa. This storm is moving east at 35 miles per hour, located over Independence. It does say here, I did get an update. Not only tornado, but also tennis ball sized hail as well with this storm. So this is definitely the strongest storm that we have in the country right now. Radar indicated rotation, but it says here 5 minutes ago, a rapidly rotating wall cloud was reported just east of Independence. So that is the latest update that we have. Again, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. This storm, again, will be near Winthrop, the Cascaden area, and Winthrop Golf Course, and also Lamont. Other locations is the Monty area as well. So again, it says here, take cover now. Move to a basement or interior room on the lowest floor of the building. Avoid windows if you are outdoors or in a mobile home or in a vehicle. Move to the closest shelter. Protect yourself from flying debris. So the inches in diameter is 2.5 inches in diameter is what we're looking at. So that is the latest update on this tornado warned storm. Now, again, we have numerous other severe thunderstorms going on in eastern Iowa today. These are all east of Des Moines, but Des Moines is in the tornado watch until 10 p.m. But this is currently what we have going on. Look at all this. Look at all this activity here. Across Iowa, Wisconsin, and Indiana, we have a ton of severe weather going on. You know, and look it up in here, all the way up into the northeast part of the country, we are seeing severe weather. So, and even down towards Texas. So, we are not alone here. We are seeing a large scale severe weather outbreak. And look at all these hail reports out here in Wisconsin. These are all hail reports in the Wisconsin, baseball-sized hail on this storm moving into Maple Bluff. The one that was near Madison, Wisconsin. That was the one that produced the big hail. And also this tornado-warned storm. Golf ball-sized hail reported 1 mile north of Independence from a train spotter. And the same storm produced tennis ball-sized hail in Waterloo. So Waterloo got hit with some pretty big hail, it looks like, as well as the Cedar Falls metro area. Now, it looks like they're not done. It looks like we have another severe thunderstorm that is heading towards the general area of Cedar Falls and Waterloo area, southwest of the area, and it's moving northeast. Let me go ahead and read this off here. This is a brand new severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued a few minutes ago. This is for eastern Hardin County, southeastern Franklin County, and Grundy County, as well as Butler County in Iowa. In effect here until 5:45 p.m. Central Time. Moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. 60 mile per hour winds and quarter-sized hail is the threats with this storm. Locations include Eldora, Grundy Center, Ackley, Dyke, Applington, Wellsburg, Union, Steamboat Rock, Holland, New Providence, Winton, Pine Lake State Park, all included there. So a lot of communities with this storm. This is strictly for, again, hail, mainly for hail, but also 60 mile per hour winds as well. So we're continuing to watch that storm as well over the Eldora, Iowa area. And then we have another one. Let's go, let's start south to north here. This one's all by itself, and this supercell is a severe thunderstorm warning over the Ottumwa, Iowa area. Severe thunderstorm moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. Ping pong ball sized hail associated with this storm. Severe thunderstorm warning for Keokuk County and northwestern Jefferson County in Iowa until 6 p.m. The storm is, again, moving very quickly. and it's moving through the Ottawa area, moving into places like Hedrick right now, Highland Center, Ollie, Packwood, Abingdon. There's also lots, not only large hail, but also lots of deadly cloud to ground lightning as well associated with this. So the wording here says prepare immediately for large hail and deadly cloud to ground lightning. Seek shelter inside a well-built structure, stay away from windows. And then up here in the Van Horn and Blairstown area in Iowa. Let me go ahead and read this one. So this is for Benton County in Iowa. Severe thunderstorm warning until 5:45, so a half hour to go. Severe thunderstorm located over Van Horn, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. Quarter-sized hail with this storm. Also, fire department source here reported hail the size of quarters in Vinton, Iowa. So this storm will be near Vinton, Schellsburg, Newhall, Garrison, Benton City Park, Benton County, Fairgrounds, Urbana, and Wildcat Bluff Park as well as Cheney. It also does say here, to report severe weather, contact your nearest law enforcement agency as well. They will send your report to the National Weather Service office in the Quad Cities. So that one right here, that's probably the spot we're getting the biggest hail, is near Blairstown, moving towards Van Horn. And then there is another severe thunderstorm warning for this cell right here in between Brandon and Walker and Rowley. Let me go ahead and read this off. Severe thunderstorm warning until 5:30 for southwestern Buchanan and northeastern Benton counties. This is for half-dollar sized hail, so this storm is strictly for hail, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. Damage to vehicles is expected. This is going to be near Rowley here shortly. So that's the latest on that storm. And then here's the tornado warning storm near Independence and Winthrop. This is your tornado warning storm. And I read that one here a few minutes ago. And let me go ahead and look at the velocity. Ooh, it looks like we are seeing a strong velocity signature right over Winthrop. So I've been saying for the last several minutes, Winthrop, you need to be in your safe spot, need to be seeking shelter. Hopefully you guys have been doing that. It does look like they also have just extended the tornado warning. So looks like we just got a new extension of the tornado warning. By the way, we also got a new tornado warning in Wisconsin. So now we're starting to ramp up the tornado threat here. As I mentioned earlier this afternoon, we are expecting the tornado threat to increase as we go throughout the rest of the afternoon, and now we're starting to see that. It's for this right here, right over Winthrop. There is also, according to our Doppler radar, we are looking at a tornado icon signature. That tells us from the radar's perspective that there is a tornado. So it's a radar indicated tornado. So a new tornado warning. Let me go ahead and read this off here. This is for Delaware County in northeastern Iowa, now in effect until 6:15 p.m. Central. And this is, again, located right over Winthrop, Iowa. So we are concerned about the Winthrop area. Moving east at 35, so the storm is now moving straight east at 35 miles per hour. It's going to keep chugging along this highway here. That is Highway 939 and Highway 20. It's just chugging along those highways here. So not only a tornado, but also tennis ball sized hail as well with this storm. So this storm will be near Dundee, Masonville, Manchester, Coffins Grove, Delaware, County Fairgrounds, Bailey's Ford Park, Delhi, Delaware, Oneida, Turtle Creek Park, Earlville, Greeley, Petersburg, and Dyersville, all included there. So it says again, take cover now, move to a basement, interior room on the lowest floor of a building, avoid windows. If you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest shelter. Protect yourself from flying debris. This storm has a history of producing tornadoes. For your safety, seek shelter now. So that's the latest wording from the National Weather Service there. But right there, that is your tornado signature right there. This thing is really wound up and really intense now. So we are really seeing that rotation right over Winthrop at this time. So, tornado warning now in effect here for the next hour for this area under the red polygons. And real briefly wanted to mention there's also a very intense storm here located over the Sun Prairie and Monona, Madison. Madison, Wisconsin is actually under a tornado warning. Let me go ahead and look at this. Since this is a very populated community, Madison, Wisconsin is in a tornado warning. And this is a very nasty storm. Look at that hook. You can really see that hook feature, and it's going through the Madison, Wisconsin area right now. So tornado warning here for northeastern Dane County in south central Wisconsin until 6 p.m. Central Time. Tornado and baseball-sized hail. So not only is there a tornado threat, but also baseball-sized hail. This is a very, very strong storm. And the storm is moving east at 20 miles per hour. Radar indicated rotation, so nothing confirmed. But that is a very, very strong storm. Baseball-sized hail and tornado threat here for southern Wisconsin. This is in the Madison, Wisconsin area under a tornado warning. So let's go back to the tornado warning in Iowa. And let's look, this isn't your typical, this isn't your classic supercell structure. It's a clustered line segment here in the Iowa side of things. But looking at the velocity, you can really see where that rotation is. It's right now, it's along that highway there in between Winthrop and Masonville, Iowa. That's where we have our rotation right now. And if you look at that other, there's your shear product, and there is definitely rotation with this storm. This is, again, a look at our shear detector. So this is our shear product that we have here. And this gives us a look here at where we're seeing twisting of the winds going on with this storm. And this is exactly where we are seeing that rotation with the storm, and that's why they have the tornado warning. So this is a very dangerous storm. Went through Jessup, it went through Independence, and it went through Winthrop, and now it's going to go through Masonville here in just a few minutes. Just a couple of minutes now is all you have. So Masonville, cannot stress this enough. If you're in Masonville, you guys have to be in your safe spot, seeking shelter. This dangerous storm is heading right into Masonville, Iowa right now. You guys don't have much time. You got probably a couple of minutes, if that. I don't even think you have a couple of minutes. You have to get in your safe spot right now. and is just about to enter Masonville, Iowa. Next in line here is Manchester. Now, this is a bigger town. This is quite a bigger town, Manchester, Iowa. It looks like you guys are next in line for this tornadic thunderstorm. And then eventually Delaware, Earlville, Oneida, even possibly Greeley, and then Dyersville. So that is what we're looking at here with this storm. And if we put a loop on it, you can see the direction it's moving. It's moving straight east. And it's just chugging along this highway. So that is what we're looking at here for this storm. So that's why I like showing this graphic, and I like looking at this one because this product shows us a really good idea of where the shear of the storm is, which is the twisting of the winds, and where that is where we are seeing that rotation. And the radar is also picking up on that. That's your tornado icon indicator, that, you know, spinning circle, if you will. The radar is also picking up on this as well. So there's definitely rotation, very strong rotation with this storm. And there's your velocity couplet on the velocity. So that is a pretty strong velocity signature that is just moving into the Masonville, Iowa area right now. So we are very concerned about the community of Masonville right now. So you don't have any time here. You got to seek shelter. And also the thing about this is now along a line segment. So that also means that we are probably looking at a rain-wrapped tornado, unfortunately. So if we do have a tornado, it is most likely rain-wrapped. So you're not going to be able to see it. So it does look like, based on what we're seeing on the radar, this is most likely rain-wrapped, which is obviously not a good situation at all. And the correlation coefficient, we're not really seeing anything at this time, which is good. That basically indicates if there's any debris being picked up on the radar. And luckily, we are not seeing that. But we are seeing some pretty good rotation going on over Masonville, Iowa here. So Masonville, Iowa, you guys are under the threat here. A very strong thunderstorm, dangerous situation here for Masonville, Iowa. And it does look like this thing would be rain-wrapped. And there's definitely some hail associated with this storm as well. But right there, that is where we have our rotation. It is, again, right over Masonville, Iowa. So need to be seeking shelter here. And this, again, is our main storm that we are following. Yep, so it is going through Masonville right now. Now, I wanted to look at, oh yeah, look at that. There is that velocity. Yeah, it is directly over Masonville. And unfortunately, this is probably rain-wrapped. So it does look like we are seeing a very strong storm moving through Masonville, Iowa. This is a very strong rotation. And you can see on the radar, this is most likely a rain-wrapped tornado. So it's going to be hard to confirm. Also, we have another new tornado warning that is also a confirmed tornado. So let's go ahead and talk about that here real quick. This is on the Wisconsin side of things, but it is a confirmed tornado. Wanted to just mention this. This is over the Fenimore, Wisconsin area. It's moving into Fenimore. So if you're in Fenimore, Wisconsin, which is close to Iowa, Wisconsin, Fenimore, Wisconsin, you guys need to be in your safe spot immediately. This is a very dangerous situation. A confirmed tornado was located over Fenimore, moving east at 25 miles per hour. Damaging tornado and quarter-sized hail. Law enforcement confirmed tornado. So this is a very dangerous situation for Fenimore, Wisconsin. You guys don't have time. Need to be in your safe spot here. Montfort, Preston, and Centerville, you guys are also under the gun as well. So again, a tornado is on the ground. Again, you want to move to a basement or interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows if you're outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle. Move to the closest shelter. Protect yourself from flying debris. And it does look like on the rotation, it looks like we are seeing a velocity couplet. Looking at the shear as well, look at that. What do you know? We have this as well. So that shear product, I really like using this because it really just cleans up the picture, and it shows you, it really just only shows where the rotation is, where that tornado would be. And so right there, that little green spot on the radar, that is the tornado. That's your tornado. And it's going right, it's just about to go through Fenimore. So there's your report. There's your tornado report right there. That was 7 minutes ago. 5 miles east of Mount Hope in Grant County, Wisconsin. Train spotter confirmed. And then also, again, law enforcement. Now, I got to go back to the Iowa storm because it looks like we have a brand new upgraded tornado warning here. And this one is now a confirmed tornado. So let's go ahead and let me go ahead and read off this new updated warning box. So we have 2 confirmed tornadoes, one in Wisconsin and one in Iowa. So these are the storms that we are most concerned about here. They're all kind of right in the same, they're in the same area, same environment. So we are seeing this right over Masonville. We are very concerned about Masonville right now because there is now a confirmed tornado, and it is right over Masonville, Iowa. So this is not a good situation for Masonville. You guys are seeing a tornado. There is a confirmed tornado over Masonville right now, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Damaging tornado and tennis ball-sized hail. Law enforcement confirmed tornado. Let's see here. So again, this is a very dangerous situation. Tornado and tennis. So again, we have a very dangerous situation now here in Iowa. Masonville, Iowa, unfortunately had a tornado that just went through, that is going through Masonville right now. It looks like Manchester is next. So Manchester, you guys are next here. So if you're in Manchester, if you're in Dundee, if you're in Greeley, if you're in Oneida, Delaware, Delhi, Earlville, if you guys are anywhere in these areas here in eastern Iowa, you guys need to be in your safe spot. This is a tornado that is on the ground, a confirmed tornado. So we have 2 confirmed tornadoes now, one in Iowa, one in Wisconsin. And there's where your tornado is right there. It's over Masonville at this time. Again, Petersburg and Dyersville also in this tornado warning. So seek shelter. That is all you can really do, is just seek shelter. You want to be in a safe storm shelter. Manchester, you guys are next here. You don't have much time. If you're in Manchester, Iowa, we cannot stress this enough. You guys have to be in your safe spot because this is heading directly towards Manchester, Iowa. So this is no joke. This is a confirmed tornado that is on the ground right now, and it's moving into Manchester, Iowa. So we are very concerned about Masonville, Iowa, and it's heading towards Manchester. We are also concerned about Manchester, Iowa. This thing, I'm telling you, is rain wrapped. I'm currently watching some Storm Chaser feed in the background here behind the scenes. Unfortunately, I cannot show it due to copyright reasons, but I wish I could show it. But I am looking behind the scenes right now, looking at live chase feed, and it looks like it is a rain-wrapped tornado, because it looks like the chasers are not really able to see it. Now, law enforcement confirmed tornado. They confirmed the tornado. But I believe at this time, it is a rain-wrapped tornado. So we are going to continue to monitor this storm very closely here. But it is not a good situation here. Again, going back to the one up here for Fenimore, Wisconsin, let me go ahead and look at this one again, see what we're seeing for the velocity. It's in a pretty, good environment for tornadoes and severe weather. But I will say I'm not super impressed with the velocity. I'm not sure what's going on there. But it looks like there is probably still a tornado that's on the ground. It's near Fenimore. It just went through Fenimore. It looks like just on the outskirts of town. It's about a mile northeast of town right now. So if you're in Fenimore, still need to be in your safe spot, in your shelter. This is still a very dangerous storm. And this thing is still a confirmed tornado. Moving east again at 25 miles per hour. And then we have another one up here. We just got a new tornado warning. Okay, so new tornado warning here in Wisconsin. Just wanted to briefly touch on this. Near Union Center, Wisconsin, a new tornado warning now in effect. And let's see here. This is a radar indicated rotation. Radar indicated tornado over southwestern Juneau County and northeastern Vernon County in western Wisconsin. This is in effect until 6 p.m. Moving east at 35 miles per hour, tornado and $50 sized hail associated with that storm. So take cover in these areas there in Wisconsin. And then that tornado warning that was going through the Madison, Wisconsin area. This thing is tornado warned still. And looking at the tornado warning here, go ahead and read this off here. Tornado warning remains in effect for Dane County in Wisconsin near Madison. And this is moving east at 20 miles per hour. Tornado warning remains in effect until 6 p.m. We'll see if they extend that. There is also some very large hail with this storm, 3-inch hail with this storm. So that's a whole nother thing with that one. And then we have, again, this main one that we are mainly focused on here over Manchester, Iowa. So let's go back to this one. Very dangerous storm here. And you can see there is your rotation. So if we put a loop on this, there is your rotation. It does look like it might be starting to die down. The velocity is not what it was a little bit ago. So hopefully this thing starts to calm down here. And but for the time being, at this time, this is a confirmed tornado that is located over Masonville and Manchester, Iowa. But again, if you're in Dundee, if you're in Delaware, Oneida, Greeley, Delhi, Earlville, Dyersville, you guys are all in the tornado warning box. So you got to respect the polygon, respect the warning. Now looking at the CC, I'm not really seeing much for the CC, which is good. That is, again, this product shows us where we might have debris being picked up by the radar, and we're not really seeing that. Also, do want to mention our shear marker, our shear detector. We are still seeing that here across near the Manchester area. So it does look like for Manchester, Iowa, we are still seeing some rotation going on. We're still seeing shear being detected. So we're probably still seeing a tornado that is going on near Manchester, Iowa. So again, we are going to continue to monitor this storm very closely. Again, we also up here towards Strawberry Point, 2 miles west of Strawberry Point in Clayton County, Iowa, there was also a funnel cloud reported, and that was 20 minutes ago. So I did want to mention that as well, that we did get a report of a funnel cloud. But we are continuing to watch this, mainly this storm. This is the one that has been causing the issues for quite some time, really all afternoon long across Iowa. This one started all the way out towards the Eldora area. That's basically where it started. And then it just kept moving east, kept chugging along, and now it is in Manchester, Iowa. So, again, for Manchester, Iowa, you guys are still in this tornado warning. And Masonville, Dundee, Delaware, Oneida, Greeley, Delhi, Earlville, all included there. Now going through some of the different products here that we have exclusive here to us. There is, let's see here. So again, we are continuing to monitor all of this activity that we have. As it does look like we do have still some pretty good rotation near Manchester, Iowa. And this thing is chugging along. Again, it's moving east at 30. So it's not moving super fast, but it's not moving super slow either. It's moving at probably about a normal pace for a severe thunderstorm. But our shear, we're still picking up on that shear. It looks like it's just near the Manchester area. I will say, I don't think Masonville got lucky. I hope they did, but I based on what we saw earlier, it looked like it directly hit Masonville. But Manchester might have escaped this tornado. And it looks like it might have just skirted by Manchester, which is good. Hopefully that was the case. But next in line here is Delaware and Delhi, as well as Earlville. So these three communities, you guys are next in line here. Again, but Manchester, it's going through Manchester right now. So Manchester, Iowa is directly going through this storm. So again, if you're in Manchester, continue to be in your safe spot. Continue to be in your shelter. But this is going to be heading into Delaware. It's going to be heading into Delhi. And it's going to be heading into Earlville, Iowa. Also, there is a new PDS tornado warning in Genio County in Wisconsin. Did want to mention that, which means that is the one up here. So this one up here is now a PDS tornado warning. And for Elroy, Union Center, Woke, and Mauston. So let's go ahead here. Let's pull the radar back up. I wanted to show this. This is a very dangerous storm, very strong storm. So look at that. Look at that shear detector. That is some very strong. Look at this. EF rating according to the Doppler radar is 2.8, which is just under an EF3 tornado. So that's according to the Doppler radar. So we are looking at a very dangerous situation here near Union Center, Wisconsin. So all the way in south central Wisconsin. This is the most dangerous storm that we have going on right now. Again, EF rating just below 3, and that is very intense. And so, and then that shear detector, that shows where that, that's where that tornado is. So this thing is on the ground, very clearly on the ground. It confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado as of 5 minutes ago, located near Elroy, moving east at 35 miles per hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation. That's what the PDS means. Take cover now. Damaging tornado. Radar confirmed tornado. Says you are in a life-threatening situation. Tornado will be near Mauston at around 5:50, which that's not accurate. It's going to be a little bit later. You're going to have a little bit more time for Mauston, but you guys need to be in your safe spot. Mauston, Wisconsin. You guys need to be in your safe shelter. So we are looking at a very dangerous situation for that storm. Now let's look at this one down here. Fenimore, the Fenimore storm. This is still a confirmed tornado according to the latest there for the National Weather Service. And then we have this one in eastern Iowa that is still a confirmed tornado. Looks like we got a new tornado warning. So we got another new tornado warning that is in effect. This one is in Iowa. So it looks like we got another new tornado warning in Iowa. So that is for, it's down here in southeastern Iowa. This is for Packwood, Richland, Pleasant Plain, and Brighton, Iowa areas. Let me go ahead and read this off here. For southeastern Keokuk County, southwestern Washington County, and northern Jefferson County in Iowa. Southeastern Iowa, now in effect here until 6:45 Central. This storm is moving northeast at 25 miles per hour. Tornado and hail up to 2 inches in diameter associated with this storm. So again, a supercell that has developed here. It's really started to grow in strength here over the past several minutes, and now it has a tornado warning on it. Let me go ahead and look at the velocity. Let's see what we're looking at. It does look like we are not really seeing much on the velocity, but it is fairly far away from any of the radars. So as of right now, I don't see anything on the velocity. Now, if we look on the shear as well, I don't see anything with that either. But it is a tornado warning that is now in effect. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep a close eye on that storm. But it looks like our storms here up to the north are a bit more intense and a little bit more important here that we're looking at. Now, here is the storm. Again, for Delhi and Delaware, you guys are out of time. You guys have to be in your safe spot, seeking shelter immediately. This is moving right into your communities, Delaware and Delhi, Iowa. So you guys don't have much time here. You only have time to get in the basement right now. Earlville, you guys are next in line. Earlville is next for this tornado. So Again, still a confirmed tornado. And looking at the velocity, we're starting to see that velocity again. The brighter greens with the brighter reds near Delaware and Delhi. That's what we're seeing there. We're seeing some more rotation with this storm. And Earlville, again, you guys are next. And I would start getting ready in Dyersville and New Vienna and Worthington. I would start getting prepared if you were in those communities as well. And then again, there is a new tornado warning for Wisconsin, and I want to get to that here. So we have a new tornado warning. This is in Wisconsin. Let me go ahead and read this off here. This is for west central Iowa County in south central Wisconsin, now until 6:30 p.m. Central Time. This is located 9 miles east of Fenimore. This is located over the Munford and Highland areas in Wisconsin, moving east at 25 miles per hour. Tornado and ping pong ball sized hail are the threats. So it says here this tornadic thunderstorm will remain over mainly rural areas of west central Iowa County and Wisconsin, but it does include Cobb, Blackhawk, Lake Wreck area, Highland, Edmond, and Centerville, Wisconsin. So again, take cover now in these areas. Also Cobb, Wisconsin as well. Now looking at the shear, I'm not seeing anything on our shear product. But looking at the velocity, there's definitely some twisting of the winds going on here. We're definitely seeing some broad rotation. Not seeing anything real intense at this point, but we are seeing that strong rotation that is being picked up here. So we'll continue to monitor that one. And then also out here, switch the radars back here. The storm that's near Madison, Wisconsin, this one is still, there's still a tornado warning in effect here. But it looks like the storm is now east of that area. So it looks like that tornado warning should be done. But we do have a parade of tornado warnings now for eastern Iowa into southern Wisconsin. These are the storms that we are following very closely. So let me go ahead now. I want to do, unfortunately, I wish there was a way that I could look at the chasers out in the field. Unfortunately, I don't have access to any of the chasers that are out in the field. We don't have any chasers on this event, unfortunately. But let me go ahead here. And I want to do a storm track on these storms. The tornado warned storms. I want to go ahead and do a storm track using our other product here. So let me go ahead and do that here. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with, let's start south to north here. I'm going to start with this one down here near Richland, Iowa, Brighton, Iowa. So tornado warning, that is in effect here. We're not really seeing much on the velocity, but let me go ahead and do a storm track on this anyway. Storm is moving east-northeast at 25 miles per hour. All right, so here is the communities that are going to be in line here. Let's see here. All right, there we go. Switch products. Here we go. So here's your storm tracks. So for this tornado warned storm here in southeastern Iowa, this one, here's your storm track here for you. So we're looking at the Coppock area at 558. Wayland at 603, Olds at 616, Crawfordsville at 622, And then we have Winfield at 629. That's what we're looking at here for this storm here in Iowa, in southeastern Iowa. Now let's go up north here. Let's look at this one. This one is, again, a confirmed tornado. And let's go ahead and do a storm track here for this one. And looking at the velocity, we're still seeing that velocity couplet there. Let's go ahead and do a storm track here for this storm. And let's see here. The storm is moving east at 35 miles per hour. Okay, so east at 35. All right, so here is what we have for this storm track. So we have Dyersville at 559. We have Worthington at 559. We have New Vienna at 601. We have Farley at 609. Holy Cross at 611. Epworth at 616. Asbury, or at the Asbury area at 632. We have Sageville at 635. We have Dubuque at 639. And we have East Dubuque at 641. So that is your storm track for this confirmed tornado. Confirmed tornado warned storm. So you guys don't have much time. You have a little bit of time to prepare if you're in some of these farther areas like Rickardsville. You know, Epworth. You guys have a little bit of time, but not much. This storm is going to be moving into your guys' area here fairly soon. We have a bunch of tornado warnings. We have a new tornado warning that is in effect. I do want to throw this out here. This one, it looks like for Madison, Wisconsin, that one's going to be allowed to expire. That one is now done. This one here into, looks like southern Wisconsin. This is radar indicated over Dodgeville, Wisconsin. So not really seeing a whole lot there. Let me go ahead and do a storm track here for you. So this storm is moving east at 45 miles per hour. All right, so east at 45. All right, so here's your storm track for this storm here across Wisconsin. We have Dodgeville at 603. We have Mount Horeb at 626. Cross Plains at 631. Verona at 641. We have Middleton at 642. Shorewood Hills at 645. Fitchburg at 645. Madison at 649. So Madison, Wisconsin, again, looks like we have another storm. This storm is heading towards Madison, Wisconsin again. So it looks like we're not done yet. Maple Bluff at 650 and Monona at 653. So that's your storm track for that one. 640. And then this one up here near the Mauston, Wisconsin area. Here's another very dangerous storm. Let me go ahead and see if we got a... let's see here. This one had a tornado warning on it. Let me see what happened with that one. Oh, looks like that one has been dropped. Okay, so we We have a cancellation of a tornado warning in Wisconsin. That one has been allowed to expire. Okay, so the one over Mauston, Wisconsin, that one has been allowed to expire. That was a confirmed tornado a little bit ago, but that one has been eliminated. So that tornado warning is gone. So now at this point, where it stands now, the only confirmed tornado warning is in Iowa. New tornado warning just west of Milwaukee. I want to go ahead and do a storm track for this one. So we have a brand new tornado warning. Excuse me. So we have a new tornado warning that is just west of Milwaukee. Let me go ahead and I'm going to read the warning off, and then we're going to do a storm track here. So this is for the west of Milwaukee. This is moving east at 40 miles per hour. This is for northern Waukesha, southern Washington, and northeastern Jefferson counties in southeastern Wisconsin. This is in effect until 6:45. The storm is moving east at 40 miles per hour. And we are a little bit concerned because this one is heading towards Milwaukee. So let me go ahead and do a storm track here. The storm is moving east at 40. Is that what it said? Yeah, east at 40. So let me do a storm track here for our Milwaukee audience, if we have anybody in Milwaukee. All right, so we have Heartland at 6:09. I'll zoom in a little bit. So let's see here. So Heartland at 6:09. We have Menominee Falls at 6:19. Brookfield at 6:26. Brown Deer at 6:32. Wauwatosa at 6:33. Glendale at 6:33, Fox Point at 6:36, Whitefish Bay at 6:37, Shorewood at 6:39, and then we have Milwaukee at 6:40. So you guys have, Milwaukee has about a half hour to 45 minutes, I would say, at this point to get ready here for this storm to come into your area. So Milwaukee around 6:30 to 6:45. So let's see here. Let's do a storm track on this one. Over the one that had a confirmed tornado tag on it. Now it looks like it doesn't now. Yep. So okay. So all of the tornado warn. Okay. So now we have a new update. All of the tornado warned storms are now radar indicated. So none of them are confirmed anymore. They are all radar indicated tornadoes. So the one here for Delaware County in Iowa. Let's see here. Hold on a second. Yeah, the one here for Delaware County in Iowa remains in effect until 6:15. The storm is moving east at 35 miles per hour, tornado and ping pong ball sized hail. It is now radar indicated rotation. So this has a history. The storm has a history of producing tornadoes, so seek shelter immediately. Looks like we just got a new tornado warning. New tornado warning just issued, and this is in Iowa. So let's get right to it. Let's go ahead here. Let's switch products here. Let me go back to this source, and we're going to look at this new tornado warning that we have here in eastern Iowa. Let me go ahead and look at this here. So new tornado warning for Jones and Lynn counties in Iowa, east central Iowa. So Jones and Lynn counties in Iowa until 6:45 p.m. Central Time. The storm is racing fast. It's moving east at 50 miles per hour. Located over Viola. Moving east. Tornado and ping pong ball sized tail. Radar indicated rotation. This storm is actually in quite a populated area. There's a lot of little communities here in this area. It's Anamosa, Olin, Morley, Center Junction, Langworthy, Central Park, Scotch Grove, Wyoming, the town of Wyoming, Onslow, Hale, Canton, Temple Hill, all included there. So again, Amber, Center Junction, Anamosa, Viola, Martell, Morley, Olin, Hale, Wyoming, Oxford Junction, Canton, all included here. Tornado warning. Looking at the velocity, we are seeing that velocity couplet there near Viola. And if you look at the shear product, you can see there it is. So yeah, there's definitely rotation within this storm. We are seeing that on the velocity as well as our shear detector. If you're in Anamosa, you don't have any time left. You have to be in your safe spot, seeking shelter, in a storm shelter, basement, whichever, and make sure you are away from windows. This is a dangerous storm that is heading right into Anamosa right now. And Amber, you guys are next in line. Morley, Olin, Hale, Center Junction, Onslow, Wyoming. You guys are all next in line here for this storm, for this tornadic thunderstorm. And you can see this does have a pretty well-defined hook feature on the radar. So you can see this one, again, right over Anamosa. Anytime you get that curling there, you get that hook feature, that's a pretty good bet that we're getting rotation and probably a tornado. So you get that well-defined hook feature on the radar. So we're going to keep a close eye on that one, as that's the newest tornado warning. And then we have this other one down here over Brighton, Iowa. Let me go ahead and read this off. They've updated the warning for this one. And this one says here, let's see here. All right, so tornado warning remains in effect. This one remains in effect until 6:45 p.m. Central Time for southwestern Washington and northeastern Jefferson counties in Iowa. As of 10 minutes ago, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located over the Purley area. Moving east at 30 miles per hour. Tornado and golf ball sized hail associated with this storm. And this will be near, again, Brighton. It's going through Brighton right now. It's also heading through the Coppock area right now. And also Wayland is going to be seeing this. So Wayland, you guys are next in line for this. As well as Olds, Sweetisburg, Crawfordsville, Ainsworth. You guys are next in line for this tornadic thunderstorm. And this thing is all by itself. This is a classic supercell, but it doesn't really have a hook feature to it. Maybe a little bit of bending, but it doesn't have that classic supercell hook like up here. This one, for example, we do see that. We see that hook feature right over the Anamosa area. And we're also getting a pretty good shear detector. This map right here, this graphic that we're looking at, shows us where the rotation is and where we are seeing this tornado. And right now, as it stands, it looks like it's right over Anamosa right now. And our tornado index icon is showing an EF1 strength. So it's showing tornado strength of EF1. So that's, again, that doesn't necessarily mean that we're seeing an EF1 tornado. This is the Doppler radar indicating that there is, according to what it shows on the Doppler, the winds, we're looking at EF1. But just assume that this thing is on the ground. You know, just assume that this thing is on the ground. But this thing is pretty strong storm. I do want to mention the tornado warning up here farther to the north, up near Earlville, Iowa. That tornado warning has just been allowed to expire. So that one has been allowed to expire. So I did want to mention that. So we have a number of tornado warnings, but we got to focus on the ones here in Iowa. Right here, again, over Anamosa, that is our spot here of rotation. Now, there's some other spots here up near Worthington. We're still seeing rotation on this storm. But as of right now, looks like they have canceled that tornado warning. So we're down to 2 in Iowa, and we have 3 storms that are tornadic in Wisconsin. So this one, as of right now, we're looking at both of these here in Iowa. Let's see here. Let's see if we have any updates. So again, we are following these tornado warnings that are in Iowa. This one right here over Anamosa is a little bit more intense. This one has just begun just within the last few minutes. So what we are starting to see now, we're starting to see kind of a line here of individual supercells that are producing severe weather and tornadoes. So you could really see this hook here. This one's more of your classic look, and you can see that well defined notch there. I would consider this a pretty good notch on the radar picture, showing the tornado warning. So we are seeing a pretty good rotation signature on this storm. And this is heading into amber. So if you're in amber, Iowa, you guys don't have time here. You gotta seek shelter. If you're in Center Junction, if you're in Onslow, Wyoming, Hale, Olin, Oxford Junction, you guys are all next. Canton. Start getting prepared here. Start getting into your safe spot. This is dangerous weather that is pushing through your guys' region. And again, we are also not really seeing anything on the CC. That's the correlation coefficient. Looking to see if there's any debris being picked up by the Doppler radar, and we're not seeing anything. So hopefully this storm weakens. Also, the one down here is not super impressive either. Technically still has a tornado warning on it, but looks like the storm is moving out of the warning box, and it looks like they just updated. Okay, so that's what I was waiting for. They have just updated this tornado warning. So, tornado warning, this one remains in effect here until 6:45 p.m. Central for central Washington and northeastern Jefferson counties in Iowa. The storm is moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Tornado and golf ball sized hail. So this dangerous storm will be near Copic at 620, which is actually it's going through Coppic right now. So Coppic, Iowa, we are seeing this storm right now. So you guys don't have any more time. You guys have to be in your safe spot. This is in the Coppic and Wayland, Iowa areas. So if you're in Ainsworth, if you're in Crawfordsville, if you're in Olds, you guys need to be getting prepared here. You guys need to be in your safe spot, seeking shelter. Crawfordsville, this storm is heading into this area. It's all by itself. This is more of your classic supercell, but we're not really seeing much of a hook feature on the radar. And the velocity, we're not seeing anything on the velocity either. We're also not seeing anything on the shear. So this one's probably not as intense at this point as the one farther to the north. This one up here, this is the one that we're mainly focusing on. This one has a very well-defined notch here near Amber. So this is near Amber, Iowa, is what we're looking at. And the velocity, we are looking at some velocity here near the Amber, Iowa area. So at this point, it does look like the rotation is still there. And it's moving right into Amber. So Amber, Iowa, you guys don't have much time here. You guys are just about to see this potential tornado. So you got to seek shelter. You got to be in your basement, in a safe spot, away from windows, sturdy structure. And it looks like we got a brand new tornado warning. So let's get to it. I think it's that one farther to the south. But it looks like for Jones County in Iowa, it looks like we got a new tornado warning. So we will wait and see what that one is. But that one was just issued, it looks like. We will see what that one is here in just a moment. I do want to mention we also do have one warning to talk about in Minnesota. It's a severe thunderstorm warning. Let me go ahead and just briefly talk about this one. This is a pretty intense thunderstorm. It's got some good hail on it. And let me see if I can pull this up. This is the La Crosse radar. And this is a supercell. This is the only storm that we have in Minnesota. You know, yesterday we had some very rough weather in Minnesota yesterday. And it looks like Minnesota is getting a break, but there's one spot here that's seeing severe weather, and that is out towards Highland, Rushford, Houston, Sheldon, Minnesota. Let me go ahead and read this off. This is for northwestern Houston and eastern Fillmore counties in Minnesota. Moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. This is strictly for quarter-sized hail. That's the threat here. Houston here at around 620 which in the next couple of minutes. Again, Henrytown, Choice, Perkins, Mound Prairie, Hutton, Riceford, and Peterson. Money Creek, all included here. So I just wanted to briefly touch on that one here. Looking at the velocity, we're not really seeing anything for velocity. So strictly for hail on that storm in Minnesota. And real briefly wanted to touch on this on the Wisconsin side of things. We are still seeing numerous tornado warnings for the Wisconsin side of things. This storm we are getting pretty concerned about because this thing is heading into the Milwaukee area. It's heading into the Milwaukee metro area. So we need to be on the lookout for that one. Then we have one over Dodgeville, Wisconsin. That's causing issues. That's a tornado warning as well. And then we have another one up here near Briggsville and Wisconsin Dells in Wisconsin. So those are the three main storms there in Wisconsin that are tornadic. And then in Iowa, again, we have the two tornado warnings here for Iowa. Let's go back and look at this one down here. We're still not seeing anything. We're not seeing anything on the velocity yet. And then on the shear detector, we're also not seeing anything either. But this thing is, it's a strong storm. You know, it's all by itself. So we'll continue to monitor this one very closely. It's right over the Wayland and Coppic areas there in Iowa. And it's heading towards Olds, Crawfordsville, and Ainsworth. So we'll keep a close eye out for that one. Also, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning as well attached to this one as well. I did want to mention this real briefly. This storm again is moving east at 35, so it's moving not slow but not fast. It's kind of a steady pace. Golf ball sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds also associated with this, and trained weather spotters confirmed that as well. So be on the lookout for that. Again, Ainsworth, Crawfordsville, Wayland, and Olds. And then up here, there is another severe thunderstorm warning. It's for this supercell right here. And this one is for Cedar County, Johnson County, and Lynn County in east central Iowa until 6:45. Moving northeast at 60 miles per hour, $half-sized hail associated with this storm. And so be on the lookout for that. If you are in Mechanicsville, if you're in Mount Vernon, if you're in Solon, you guys are next up in line there. And then we have our other tornado warning that is in effect here. This one is for Amber, Center Junction. It's going through Center Junction and Amber right now. And boy, this is a strong signature. My goodness. So it looks like we have a tornado signature once again popping up here. This one is showing EF 1.5. So 1.5 is the rating there. So that means that we are looking at our tornado strength of 1.5. So that's in between an EF1 and EF2 is what we're looking at. And this is just near the Center Junction area, and it's heading towards Onslow and Wyoming. So if you're in those areas in Iowa, this is definitely the strongest storm that we have going on currently. And now we do have that new tornado warning that I mentioned a couple of minutes ago just popped up. Also do want to mention the tornado warning down here in southeastern Iowa. This tornado warning for Washington and Jefferson counties has been allowed to expire. So this one down here, they have wiped the tornado warning. This one is no longer. But we do have a brand new tornado warning in eastern Iowa. So let's go ahead and look at it here. This one is for Dubuque, Iowa. So Dubuque, Iowa, you guys are now in this tornado warning. So brand new here. Let me go ahead and read this off for you. So tornado warning for southern Dubuque County in northeastern Iowa until 7 p.m. So Dubuque County in Iowa. Dubuque County and Dubuque is in this tornado warning. Sorry, I was trying to learn how to pronounce that. Dubuque. So it says here, tornado warning now until 7 p.m. Central. At 6:20, that's a few minutes ago, severe thunderstorm capable of producing both tornadoes and extensive straight-line wind damage were located over Farley and Epworth and also Peosta. And this is moving east at 40 miles per hour. Tornado and quarter-sized hail. So this is, we're seeing not only a tornado threat, we're seeing a large hail threat, of quarter-sized hail, as well as also straight-line wind damage as well. So this will be near Dubuque, Asbury, Epworth, Peosta, Centralia, Graff, Latnerville, Fillmore, Swiss Valley Park, Key West, Dubuque Airport, Center Grove, Rockdale, and Mines of Spain, Lock and Dam 2 or Dam 11 and Massey also included. So we are looking at another tornado warning. So this one is now in effect. So we need to be, we're going to be paying close attention to this one now as well. Now I do want to mention these are, it looks like, starting to kind of exit. It looks like eventually here these storms are going to be exiting Iowa here before, probably within the next couple of hours. We're going to be seeing within the next hour or two, these storms are going to be exiting Iowa. So we are again seeing this activity right here. This is the area that we are most concerned about right now, where we have two separate tornado warnings that are now out. And so we are seeing a couple of tornado warnings. Look at this. This is our shear product, again, that I like to show here. The one down here over Center Junction. Center Junction, you guys are under this potential tornado. The strength index is showing EF1 strength here. So you guys need to be in your safe spot here, in your basement. Look at that. Look at that couplet there on the velocity, just south of, basically right near Center Junction. We're looking at that very strong velocity signature there. And then it's heading into Onslow and Wyoming, Iowa. You guys are next. You guys are next in line here. And also Canton. You guys are all next for this storm. Very dangerous storm. And then going up farther to the north, look at this signature right here. This one is near Epworth. We are seeing a very strong shear signature as well. This is, again, our shear product, looking at the winds within the storm, and this is where the strongest of the winds are. This is also where the winds are kind of swirling around and rotating. And the strongest winds, the strongest part of this storm is in between Epworth and Bernard, Iowa right now. And it's moving east. This is heading towards Dubuque. So you guys need to be in your safe spot, seeking shelter immediately. This is a very dangerous storm that is here in eastern Iowa. So we do have the two tornado warnings that we have here for eastern Iowa. So we have we do have these tornado warnings that are out here in southern Wisconsin as well. So let me go ahead and we're just going to do a storm track here. I want to do another storm track on this activity here. Let me go ahead and do that. And we're going to storm track this out because this thing is going to be going for a while. No signs of this slowing down at all. So let me go ahead and do a storm track on this. So these storms are moving at 40 miles per hour. 40 miles per hour. So let's go ahead here. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to do a storm track here. Give me 1 second. So I'm just going to combine both of these tornadic thunderstorms. And we're going to go ahead and do this storm track. So we are looking at the Dubuque area at 6:36. So you guys don't have much time. Dubuque, Iowa, you guys need to be in your safe spot. This is a dangerous storm. East Dubuque at 6:37. Maquoketa at 644. Hazel Green at 653. The Galena area at 654. Bellevue at 7. Preston at 704. Hanover at 710. Savannah at 721. And Warren at 726. That's your storm track for this line of storms that we're seeing tornado warnings along this line. Real quick, I want to look at the velocity again here. And look at that hook. We have a well-defined hook, by the way. You know, anytime you get a hook feature like this on the radar picture, we are getting, you know, that is some pretty strong rotation. So that is what we're looking at right there. Anytime you get a signature like that on the radar, that is where you're probably going to see a tornado. And that's why they have that tornado warning that is out. It does look like the Wisconsin side of things is getting very intense, getting much more intense. We are really starting to see things ramp up in Wisconsin. New tornado warning for Jackson County in Iowa. So brand new here. Let's go ahead now, and we are going to look at this one now. So we have a new tornado warning for Iowa. Let me go ahead and read this off here. Let's see here. We'll wait for it to pop up here. There we go. So let me go ahead and switch products here. Let's go back to the other source. And we have this new tornado warning that is now in effect. So let me go ahead and read this off here. So this is, again, for Jackson County in Iowa until 7:15 p.m. Central Time. So this storm is moving east at 40 miles per hour, tornado and ping pong ball sized hail. The storm is located over Onslow and Canton. This storm will be near the Monmouth area, Baldwin, Crabtown, Emmeline, Maquoketa, Iron Hills, Eden Valley Refuge, Nashville, South Gary Owen, Buckhorn, Maquoketa, Fulton, Hurstville, and Otter Creek, as well as also Andrew. And then we have Jackson County Fairgrounds, we have Cottonville, Springbrook, and also Spragueville. So, again, seek shelter. Take shelter now. This is a dangerous storm, very dangerous situation. This thing is, we are definitely seeing here a very strong notch on the radar. So this is definitely the strongest storm that we have going on here. Look at that, right over Onslow. We are very concerned about the Onslow, Iowa area. So Onslow, Iowa, we are seeing a very strong signature. We are seeing an EF1 rating according to the Doppler radar. Now, this thing is not confirmed, but Doppler radar is thinking EF1. So, again, it is a radar-indicated tornado. It is not confirmed at this time, but it is going through the Onslow area, and it's going to be moving into Canton here before too long. It's also going through the it's just north of Wyoming. It's over Onslow. Okay, and just as I said that, okay, so they have just updated the tornado warning box. Just as I was saying it's radar indicated, now they are saying it is a confirmed tornado. All right, so let's go ahead and read this off here. This is for Jones County in Iowa. Now a confirmed tornado located over near Onslow, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Damaging tornado and golf ball sized hail. Weather spotters have confirmed this tornado at 6:30. So that was 5 minutes ago. Weather spotters reported a brief tornado northwest of Wyoming near Madison Road. So a brief tornado. So this is a confirmed tornado now. And so if you're in Canton, if you're in Monmouth, Baldwin, you guys don't have much time here. You guys got to be in your safe spot, be in a storm shelter, basement. And this thing is a confirmed tornado now. So this is not a joke. This thing is on the ground for real. So you guys have to take this seriously. Also, do want to mention a brand new tornado warning has just been issued as well farther to the south. This is that same storm from earlier. So they have went ahead and issued another tornado warning now. So let's go ahead and talk about this one now. This one is all by itself. It is a supercell that is all by itself. And we're seeing another tornado warning in eastern Iowa. So, new tornado warning that is in effect here. Let me go ahead and read this off for you. This is for central Louisa County and also southeastern Washington County and southeastern Iowa. This is now in effect until 7:30 p.m. Central Time. This storm is located over Crawfordsville and Wyman, and the storm is moving east at 30 miles per hour. So again, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. These are the potential impacts here. Mobile homes could be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles could occur. Tree damage is also possible. This storm will be near Columbus Junction, Columbus City, Crawfordsville, Cotter, Wyman, Louisa, County Fairgrounds, Fredonia, Cairo. Other locations include Grandview, Letts, Wapello, Sand Springs, Flaming Prairie Park. And so this is the latest here on this storm. That is, again, all by itself. This thing is a supercell all by itself. So we'll keep a close eye on this. But as of right now, it is a radar indicated tornado. But again, if you're in the Wyman area, it's going through you right now, as well as Columbus City, Columbus Junction. You guys are next up. Also, Letts, Grandview, Wapello. So be on the lookout for that. And then up to the north. This, as of right now, this is the strongest storm that we have. And this is over Canton, Iowa right now. So the Canton, Iowa area, we are looking at a confirmed tornado. This is a confirmed tornado, and it's heading into Monmouth and Canton. So Monmouth and Canton, you guys are experiencing this right now in real time and live here. And it's also moving towards Baldwin. So Baldwin, you guys don't have much time either. Also, you know, up down the line here, if you're in Otter Creek, if you're in Fulton, if you're in Hurstville, Maquoketa, Andrew, if you're in Springbrook, Spragueville, Preston, Bellevue, you guys are all next up here. So a confirmed tornado on this storm. This is the strongest storm that we have. Also, another confirmed tornado up in Wisconsin as well. We have two of them now. We have two tornado warnings that are radar indicated, and then we have two confirmed tornado storms. So we have 4 different cells in Wisconsin. Again, 2 of them are radar indicated, 2 of them are confirmed. We are concerned about the Milwaukee area. Milwaukee is now in a tornado warning. So no joke, Milwaukee, Wisconsin is in a tornado warning now. So you guys need to be in your safe spot. That is pretty crazy. Milwaukee, Wisconsin is now in a tornado warning. So if any of you guys are watching us from Milwaukee, you guys have to be in your safe spot. You need to be in your tornado shelter. This is a very dangerous storm. and is a confirmed tornado that is moving towards Milwaukee. So looks like, let's see, this is in effect. It's in effect now until 7:15. So we got about 35 minutes to go for Milwaukee with this tornado warned storm. So take cover now. Again, move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows if you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle. Move to the closest shelter. Protect yourself from flying debris. So Milwaukee, you are in a tornado warning. My goodness, that is pretty crazy, folks. Now we have another tornado warning. I want to get to this. We do have another tornado warning for Iowa. This is for the Dubuque, Iowa area. Tornado warning along this line. And let's look at the rotation. We do have rotation over Key West, Iowa right now. We are seeing also a tornado signature of 1.4, so that's EF1 rating, EF1. And then looking at the shear product, look at that. We have some pretty good shear, it looks like, going on in the Key West, Iowa area down towards the Zwingle, Iowa area. So we are keeping a very close eye on that. And then also down near Canton and Monmouth, Iowa as well, there's another area, a confirmed tornado. And so right now, as it stands in Iowa, we have 4 tornado warnings, 3 tornado warned storms. And let's check on the one farther to the south here. This one, I haven't been very impressed with this. Since its inception, we have not seen anything on the velocity, and we haven't seen anything on the shear product either. So not sure what the National Weather Service has seen with this storm. I have not seen anything to believe that there's a tornado, but in any event, seek shelter. This thing is a tornado warned storm, so be in your basement. Respect the polygon, as James Spann would say, and need to be in your safe spot. And then up here, again, we are just continuing to go over the latest here. Tornado warned storm here right over Canton. It's right over Canton, Iowa as we speak. And also Monmouth. So those areas are under the gun right now. And then this storm is heading towards Fulton as well as Hurstville, Maquoketa. You guys are next. Otter Creek is also next. Andrew, Springbrook, Bellevue, Spragueville, Preston. You guys are all next in line for that. So then again, moving farther to the north, this Dubuque, Iowa storm is also tornado warned. Davenport, let's see, an update for Davenport. Davenport right now is in the clear as of now, but might want to watch this storm. If it takes a left turn, it might head towards Davenport, but it's still quite a ways away from the Davenport area. So Davenport, you guys are, as of right now, in the clear, but you guys are in the tornado watch, so need to be keeping an eye out for the storms that are going on. Also, a new tornado warning just issued here. This is out here for Jackson County in Iowa. So it's an extension of a current tornado warned storm. And this is for north central Jackson County in east central Iowa. And also northern Joe Davies County in northwestern Illinois as well. This is in effect now until 7:30 p.m. Central Time. This is for a tornado threat as well as extensive straight line wind damage threat also. And this is located over Key West and Dubuque, moving east at 45 miles per hour. So Dubuque, Iowa is seeing it right now. Radar indicated tornado. So this storm will be near Galena, Menominee, St. Donatus, Rice, and Aiken, as well as Council Hill, Guilford, Galena Territory, Scales Mound, and Rodden. Also Elizabeth, Shapville, Apple Canyon Lake, Woodbine, and Canyon Camp. So that is the latest there. So again, it's this one right here for Galena, Scales Mound, Illinois. But it does include the St. Donatus community in Iowa. We're also seeing an F1 rating, EF1 rating with this as well. So again, Dubuque, Iowa is in a tornado warning. So Dubuque, Iowa, as well as Maquoketa and also Wapello, Iowa. You guys are all in a tornado warning. And then also just west of Madison, Wisconsin, you're under a tornado warning. For Montello, Wisconsin, you guys are in a tornado warning. And then Milwaukee, Wisconsin, you guys are in a tornado warning. So very dangerous situation there. So we have a lot going on, folks. We have a lot of activity. Let's see here. Oh, we got another new tornado warning. So we got another new tornado warning. This is on a separate storm in Iowa. Let's go ahead and look here. This is the latest. It looks like it is for Amber, Center Junction, and Onslow again. These same areas that just experienced a tornado warning. That was a confirmed tornado. It looks like we are seeing yet another. We're seeing another storm here. It's this one right here. Another tornado warned storm. Let me go ahead and read this off. This is for Jones County. And this is in effect now until 6:45, or sorry, this is in effect until 7:15 p.m. Central Time. And the storm is moving east at 35 miles per hour. It's located over Amber and heading into the Onslow, Iowa area. So these same areas just saw a storm just a little bit ago pass through, and now they're seeing another one. It back-builded. And so tornado and ping pong ball sized hail is associated with this. So looks like we have, it's a radar indicated tornado. Now look at this, EF2 rating for this storm is 2. So they're looking at this and saying the radar essentially, the radar is saying we're seeing EF2 strength with this storm. So my goodness, we have another dangerous storm that is going through here. Let's go ahead and look at the velocity, and you can see there's definitely a couplet there over Center Junction once again, as well as another one here just to the east towards the Canton, just east of Canton. This is heading towards Fulton, Hurstville, and Maquoketa, all included there. And looking at the shear, we have all sorts of twisting of the winds going on here on these, along this line, in this line, embedded with the line of severe thunderstorms. So we are continuing to monitor eastern Iowa as there is some pretty dangerous weather going on. There is also tornado warnings again in southern Wisconsin as well. So we're continuing to monitor those as well. Again, Milwaukee is in a tornado warning. So serious stuff there, folks. If you're in Milwaukee, you guys need to be seeking shelter. Now let's go back down looking at this storm. This one is all by itself here, and it is just about to cross the Iowa border into Illinois. This thing is just about to exit Iowa. But right now we're still, I'm still not seeing anything on the on any of our products here. I'm still not seeing anything with this, so we'll see what happens with this. But this one doesn't look to be as strong as the other ones. I will say with this line right here, it looks like we have a line from Madison, Wisconsin, all the way down through the Maquoketa area. This is all a big line, and it is going to continue to move east into southern Wisconsin and northern Illinois as we go throughout the rest of the evening. So we do have for Iowa, we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 separate storms, 4 separate tornado warnings. So we do have 4 tornado warnings for Iowa. Again, number 1 down here towards the Wapello area. And then we have this cluster here from Dubuque, Iowa, down through Onslow and Maquoketa. So a lot going on, folks. We have a lot of stuff going on. Do want to mention we did get a report in just southwest of Key West. This is the Dubuque Regional Airport, a ASOS source of 88 miles per hour. So we got a thunderstorm wind gusts of 88 miles per hour. You remember how in that warning box I mentioned the National Weather Service used the wording of destructive straight line winds? That's exactly what happened. Just southwest of Dubuque, Iowa, a 88 mile per hour wind gust was recorded from the ASOS and at the Dubuque airport. So that is some very strong winds. Also, while we're at it, I did get another weather report here. Thunderstorm wind damage here near Manchester, Iowa. Small tree branches and limbs were down as well. So did want to mention that. We need to go up to central Wisconsin. I need to mention this. As it stands right now, this is the only tornado warned storm that is a confirmed tornado, and it is over Montello, Wisconsin. I need to read this off here. A confirmed tornado is located near Montello, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Tornado weather spotters confirm this tornado as well as half-dollar sized hail. And this is going to be, again, this is near Princeton and Montello and Marquette, Wisconsin. Tornado is on the ground. And so that is the latest there. So we need to be on lookout for that. There was a couple of tornado reports just east of the Wisconsin Dells area. 1 mile east of Briggsville, a report of a tornado by a train spotter. And then also near the Endeavor area in Marquette County, Wisconsin, another train spotter reported this tornado. So that is a dangerous, very dangerous storm here that is moving across central Wisconsin at this time, and confirmed tornado that remains there. So let's go back to the Iowa tornado warnings that we have going on. Again, looking at this cluster here, this is a very, it's a mess. This thing is it's a mess of storms. And there's a bunch of tornado warning boxes. I know there's a lot going on here. But let's try to look at things here. Center Junction right now, you're under a tornado warning. Let me go ahead and read off the latest here on this storm. So as of 6:42, that was 12 minutes ago. That was the latest update that we have from this storm. This is moving east at 35 miles per hour. Let's see here. Let me update this. So tornado and ping pong ball sized hail. So this is heading into Canton, Iowa right now. So you guys need to be in your safe spot once again. You guys are not in the clear. You guys are seeing a pretty dangerous storm that is moving through again. Center Junction, Onslow, Canton, Monmouth, you guys are all included here, as well as Otter Creek, Fulton, Hurstville, Maquoketa, Andrew, Springbrook, Bellevue, Green Island, Spragueville, and Preston and Miles. You guys are all included there. And then also up towards St. Donatus, King, Key West, and Dubuque, Iowa. So those communities, all those communities in Iowa, you guys are currently under tornado warnings, as well as down here, Columbus Junction, Columbus City, Letts, Grandview, and Wapello, and you guys are also in a tornado warning. Also, do want to mention, we do have some other cells that are continuing to form. One of them is up here in Allison, Iowa. So that's another spot here that we are going to watch and keep a close eye out for. Also, do want to mention in eastern Nebraska, we have a cell all by itself here. Look at this. This is all the way out into Nebraska. We have a non-severe thunderstorm, but it is pretty strong. We're seeing a pretty strong storm here. So we'll continue to keep an eye on that one as well. It looks like we'll keep an eye out for it. That's a pretty strong storm. It's non-severe, but it is heading, it's heading east, kind of towards Omaha. But we'll keep an eye out for that one. There's even some showers popping up here into southeastern South Dakota, northwest Iowa. There's some rain showers. So something we'll keep an eye on as we go throughout the rest of the evening. But here across Wisconsin and Iowa and soon to be Illinois, we are looking at a ton of severe weather, and we're seeing a severe weather and tornado outbreak unfolding. This is a full-on severe weather and tornado outbreak, and it was expected. We had risks out days prior to this. The National Weather Service had severe weather outlooks. So this one down here, let's run through the tornado warnings again, and then we're gonna do storm tracks here. So this tornado warning remains in effect until 7:30. And tornado and golf ball sized hail. This storm is moving east at 40 miles per hour. So this thing is soon to cross into Illinois. So this is just about to exit Iowa. But this is, again, for Louisa County in Iowa. So we'll continue to watch this one. But this one is about done with Iowa at this time. Grandview, Iowa. You guys are under this tornado warning, as well as Letts and Wapello. So you guys need to be in your safe spot, need to seek shelter here for that one. And then up to the north, we have three separate areas. This one for Dubuque, Iowa is just exiting the Dubuque area. So Dubuque, Iowa, you guys are technically still in the tornado warning box, but this storm is passing you to the east. So it won't be for too long, and this will exit Dubuque here. Now, Dubuque won't be in the clear, though. There's still thunderstorms that will be making its way into Dubuque. These are more elevated, though, but we're continuing to watch these. We're still seeing thunderstorms there. So we are looking at a couple of tornado warnings. Also, this one near Galena in Illinois, this one is now into Illinois. So that storm has now crossed the border from Iowa into Illinois. But we do have a few tornado warnings that remain here in Iowa. So this one here over Onslow in Canton, Iowa is still in effect here. We still have a tornado warning that remains. And as of 6:53, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado near Onslow and Canton, moving east at 35 miles per hour. Also, confirmed hail of the size of ping pong balls was reported also just north of Onslow. This is also producing pretty large hail, as well as the tornado threat. So we will continue to monitor that very closely. And look at that hail core right over Canton. So I guarantee you Canton, Iowa is seeing some pretty large hail right now, to at least the size of a ping pong ball. So this is some serious hail. You need to be in a shelter, need to be in a storm shelter, whether it's your home or a basement. Pretty much, when you have hail that big, you just want to be protected, right? You just want to be under a roof. So we're watching that one. We're watching this one also near the Fulton, Iowa area as well. Tornado warning continues. This one is around, so this tornado right here is near Otter Creek, Fulton, and Andrew, Iowa right now. And this one is soon to be crossing the border as well. But if you're in Bellevue, if you're in Andrew, if you're in Springbrook, Green Island, you guys need to be heading into a safe spot, a storm shelter. This is heading directly towards you. I do want to also throw in a new weather report that just came in. This is out in Wisconsin. I do want to mention this. This was 1 mile away from the Sussex area in Waukesha County in Wisconsin. A train spotter reported a tornado, and that is just west of Milwaukee. So there was a tornado that was confirmed just west of Milwaukee. Now, it looks like that tornado warning for Milwaukee has been canceled. So I mentioned earlier there was a tornado warning for Wisconsin, and that one has been allowed to expire. So that's great news for the Wisconsin, Milwaukee area. I have some unfortunate news now coming in. There is now a upgraded tornado warning in Iowa. This is for this one here with that purple polygon. This one has now been upgraded to a confirmed tornado. So let me go ahead and read this off here. A confirmed tornado, as of right now, located over Andrew, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Damaging tornado as well as ping pong ball sized hail. Broadcast media confirmed tornado. So just a minute ago, local broadcast media reported viewer video of a tornado near Andrew. That's the latest wording from the National Weather Service. So locations, again, Bellevue, Springbrook, Spruce Creek Park, Bellevue State Park, and Smiths. If you're anywhere in and around these areas, you have to be seeking shelter. This is a dangerous situation. Again, a tornado is on the ground. And, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do in this situation? Well, you have to, again, move to an interior room or basement, lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you're outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle, move to the closest shelter. Protect yourself from flying debris. If a tornado or other severe weather is spotted, it says report it to the National Weather Service or your local nearest law enforcement, who will send your report. This act may save lives of others in the path of dangerous weather. So that is the latest there from the National Weather Service. I do want to mention Dubuque, Iowa, that area, the tornado warning has been canceled for the Dubuque, Iowa area. So Dubuque and Key West, Iowa, and King, you guys are all in the clear now from the tornado warning. You guys are no longer in that. It is now strictly on the Illinois side of the border. Looks like we have this tornado warning down here that continues down near Grandview, Iowa. That continues here for the next several minutes. Tornado warning continues there. But I'm still not seeing anything on the velocity there. Now, this one right now, this area is the area that we are following very closely. This is our area of greatest importance right now. As we have a confirmed tornado. Let me see. Looks like that is right there. It's just north of Andrew. So that's what we're looking at. Probably an EF1 is what we're looking at here. EF1 strength is what we're seeing with this storm. And looking at the shear, look at that. That's our shear product. And you can see that very clearly right over Andrew, Iowa. We are seeing Andrew, Iowa, seeing shear here. This is our shear detector map. This shows us where we have our area of rotation, and this would be where the tornado would be. So it's, you know, it could also be rain wrapped as well. It could very well be rain wrapped as well. Looking at the correlation coefficient, though, since it's in such a rural area, it is going through rural areas, which is good. Rural area, and we are not picking up any debris on the radar. So the Doppler radar is not picking up on any debris, and that's what that CC correlation coefficient looks at. So that is good news there. We do have a couple of tornado warnings that continue in southern Wisconsin as well, near Madison, Wisconsin again, and also down towards the Hollandale, Wisconsin area as well. And then we have the first tornado warning of the evening for our Illinois. For Illinois, the first tornado warning of the evening has been issued here in far northwest corner of Illinois. So essentially, once once we see this activity move out of Iowa, we are going to jump off here. As again, we cover the Northern Plains region, we cover South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, and Minnesota. And it does look like we just got a new tornado warning. New tornado warning just issued here. So let me go ahead and read this off. This is a continuation and an extension of the current tornado warning. So let me go ahead here. Let's look at this one. A new tornado warning issued for Jackson County in Iowa, and then also into Joe Davies and Carroll counties in northwestern Illinois. This is now in effect until 7:45 Central Time. A confirmed tornado was located over Cottonville, Iowa. So that's kind of up near Fulton and Andrew. And the storm is moving east at 40 miles per hour. Damaging tornado and ping pong ball sized hail. Once again, broadcast media confirmed tornado. This tornado will be near Bellevue, Springbrook, Green Island, Witten, Blanding, Bellevue State Park, Blanding Landing. That's an interesting name. Hanover, Reeseville, Campfire Horizons, another interesting name. Other locations include Massbach, Mississippi Palisades State Park, and Elmoville. So yeah, we have some interesting names here, but in any event, tornado is on the ground. Take cover now. So let's look at the velocity here. And we are seeing a velocity couplet here, rotation signature, just north of Andrew and Springbrook. This is heading directly towards Bellevue. So we need to take this seriously. If you're in Bellevue, Iowa, you are you're immediately threatened by this confirmed tornado. Green Island as well, I would seek shelter. Hanover as well, and also Savannah and Mount Carroll, Illinois. So this is just about to cross the border from Iowa to Illinois. So this is not too far away from Illinois. So pretty soon, this is going to be an Illinois problem. This is going to be a problem for northwestern Illinois. And these things are going to be long tracked. These things are going to be long lasting. It's going to be a long lasting line of destructive winds and tornadoes. And it's going to be going through northern Illinois and southern Wisconsin for the remainder of the evening hours. So that is my expectation to what is going to happen here. In fact, let me go ahead here. I'll jump on the green screen here. Kind of explain what we're going to be seeing here. So let me go ahead and do this here. All right, so let me see here. I gotta. All right, give me 1 second here. All right, here we go. Looks like I'm having some technical difficulties here trying to get the green screen to work here. But I wanted to just show a picture here of what's going on. All right, so here we go. All right, so here is the current situation, what we have going on here. I'm trying to get that clutter off of the screen here. Let's see here.
But in any event, this activity that you're seeing here across eastern Iowa into southern Wisconsin, and eventually it's going to be moving into northern Illinois. So the expectation is for this activity, that is right now it's along the Iowa and Illinois border and into southern Wisconsin. This activity is expected to move east. So this activity is expected to continue to march eastward as we go throughout the rest of the evening hours. So what you can expect, this cell down here is still tornado warned down here on the border of Iowa and Illinois. And then also here, far eastern Iowa, as you can see here, the Minnetonka, Dubuque area, and then up here, looks like we're down to one tornado warning for Wisconsin, and that is just southwest of Madison there. Now, Madison, Wisconsin, you're under severe thunderstorm warning, and also Milwaukee, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning. Now, there's other cells behind this. Look at this. There's other cells forming in eastern Iowa, but those are not expected to be severe. Also, back here towards Waverly, Iowa, there's another cell that is going on, and that is not expected to be severe. So again, tornado warning down here toward southwest of Davenport. Looks like it's going to miss Davenport to the south. And then we have this one right here. And actually, okay, so it looks like we just got an update. Tornado warning down here, southwest of Davenport. That tornado warning has been allowed to expire. So the one down here, southwest of Davenport, has been allowed to expire. So now we're down to one tornado warning here in Iowa. It's the one here over Maquoketa. But again, this is supposed to be one big line. So this is going to be one big line from southern Wisconsin down through eastern Iowa and down into northern Illinois. So the thought here is as we go throughout the rest of the evening, this big line is going to continue to move eastward and push eastward towards the Chicago area as we head into the late evening hours into tonight. That's the expectation for this activity as we go throughout the rest of the evening hours. So again, I'm not sure why that stuff is on the screen, but I'm trying to get rid of that. Not able to, unfortunately, but there we go. All right, so was able to get, okay, so again, we have all of this activity here that is found across southern Wisconsin. Let's see what we got here. So again, eastern Iowa into northwestern Illinois and then southern Wisconsin. That is where we have the rough weather going on right now. And again, we are down to one tornado warning here in eastern Iowa. That is for the Maquoketa area. There we have a very strong thunderstorm there. It is a confirmed tornado. And let me actually zoom in on that here. So here's what we're looking at. So here is your confirmed tornado that is in eastern Iowa right now, is over Otter Creek and Andrew, Iowa. So Canton, Otter Creek, and Andrew, Iowa, and also towards the Bellevue area. And so those communities in eastern Iowa is under this confirmed tornado warning that continues here. So we are continuing to watch things very closely for this area. The confirmed tornado is for the areas, looks like we're starting to get some back building here, but it looks like the main area that we're watching is right over Bellevue. You see that icon right there. There is a tornado icon just south of Bellevue. And this area is rotating, and that's what we're looking at. We're getting some rotation in that area. But farther to the west here, it looks like we're starting to see some back building here. back towards Otter Creek. And so we're going to continue to monitor this storm. But we're down to one storm here, folks, for Iowa. In terms of the Iowa side of things, we're down to one tornado warning. So we're going to continue to watch things very closely here near Andrew, Otter Creek, and also towards Bellevue, Iowa. But it does look like, again, this purple polygon that you see here, that is your confirmed tornado warning. And so again, we have the red box, which is your radar indicated tornado warning. You have the yellow, which is the severe thunderstorm warnings, which again, we have another severe thunderstorm warning as well up here towards Cascade, up towards Key West. And it's for this storm right here. This storm right here, you can see it's got a pretty well-defined hail core there with that storm. And also we're looking at probably some pretty good hail right now over Otter Creek. That's what we're looking at for some bigger hail with that storm as well. So today, the main threats today were hail. Really, we saw all modes of severe weather across Iowa today. We saw large hail on many of the storms that we saw today, and we saw a ton of tornado warnings. And we did get a couple of confirmed tornadoes in Iowa today. But overall, in the grand scheme of things, it could have been a lot worse. We could have seen a lot more destructive tornadoes, and luckily, at least for the Iowa side of things, we haven't seen it as bad. Now, places, it looks like southern Wisconsin today, those areas have seen the worst of the weather. So the worst of the bad weather was found today in southern Wisconsin. Now, it looks like we just got a new warning that just popped up. This is a flash flood warning in green that actually has just popped up here. It's a circle polygon, and this is including Bellevue included, Otter Creek, Lamont, Andrew, Canton, Maquoketa, Hanover. You guys are all included there. New flash flood warning there in green right over here. So it does look like we're going to see some flooding concerns now, unfortunately, for these areas because of a training of these storms. These storms are, they come through and then others back build behind these storms, and we get back building. And because of that, we're seeing flooding concerns now in these areas. So it does look like that flash flood warning is out for these areas. Well, so again, we have the severe thunderstorm warning up here in the yellow polygon near Bernard, Iowa. That is for large hail mainly. But it looks like we have been getting reports of some very strong wind gusts as well. That's the other thing about this. We have seen some reports come in of some very strong destructive winds as well. So wanted to touch on that. Now, again, we are continuing to monitor this tornado warning that is remains in effect. It does look like it's starting to back build. It looks like we might be starting to see a little notch here developing just south of Otter Creek. And it looks like there is a new tornado warning icon, or a new tornado icon on the radar right in there, just south of Otter Creek. That is what we're looking at. Another area of rotation, looks like it's now on the Illinois side of the border towards Bellevue. So just east of Bellevue, Iowa, on the Illinois side of the border, and also east of Hanover. Over out here, looks like we have another tornado icon signature there. So really, it looks like along this whole cluster of storms, we are getting some swirling going on here, some swirling of the atmosphere along this cluster of thunderstorms. And again, tornado warning continues. The purple polygon, we need to take this seriously. This is still a confirmed tornado that is going on in this area. So if you're anywhere in this purple polygon, again, Otter Creek, Andrew, Bellevue, Hanover, Mount Carroll, you guys need to be in your safe spot, as again, we have a very dangerous tornadic thunderstorm that is currently going on. And looks like, when does that expire? Let's see when this expires. we are seeing it expiring at 7:45. So we got another 20 minutes to go on this thing. So this thing goes out until 7:45. My guess is they're probably at some point here soon, they're probably going to trim this warning. And eventually here, Iowa is going to be excluded here. But unless they see something here, in fact, let me go ahead and look at the velocity. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Here, right in there for a velocity, right in there. This thing is spinning. Look at that right there. We just got a new sweep of the radar. And as you can see, again, it's in between Andrew and Otter Creek. And this is a very strong rotation signature, velocity signature right there. It also has a tornado icon with it. And so some very strong rotation associated with this one right here. Another one that we are watching is up here right near the Hanover area. This is just across the Iowa border. So the Iowa-Illinois border is right here. I know it's kind of difficult to see with all these boxes, but it's right here. We are, goes down to Bellevue, and this white rigid line down all the way down there. That is the Iowa and Illinois border. So the tornado warning continues for these areas. Right here, you can see right there, there's that rotation signature icon right there. That is where we are seeing rotation being picked up by the Doppler radar. And right here, you can see the brighter reds with the greens, kind of in a circular swirling motion, kind of right in here. That is your other area of rotation. Looks like we have another one farther to the east. We have another rotation signature right there. So we have three potential areas of rotation. Looks like another strong one is right here, and we have a tornado icon right there as well. And it looks like it's just moving off. It's moving east into Illinois. But this is something worth noting as well. So it looks like we have, again, this spot right here of rotation, this one right here over Hanover. Then we have another one down here towards just north of Andrew, Iowa. So we have a few different spots that we're looking at. So let me go ahead and zoom back out. And again, we're down to one tornado warning in Iowa. Looks like this one down here. This one we had a tornado warning on it earlier. We've had multiple tornado warnings in the past couple of hours on this storm. But this storm is all by itself. It's going to continue to move east. It's just about to cross into Illinois. So it's right on the border of Iowa and Illinois. And this one continues to be severe. Severe thunderstorm warning continues for that storm. This one So it does look like this is the only spot now that we're seeing tornadic thunderstorms. So basically this entire cluster right here, it's kind of interesting. This entire cluster here from Dubuque down to about Otter Creek, and then over through Bellevue, and then into far northwestern Illinois. This whole cluster of severe thunderstorms, this whole cluster is under a tornado warning. So these are all tornado warned areas. This whole area, so this is far eastern Iowa into northwestern Illinois. And these are the only spots in the entire country right now that we're seeing tornado warnings. So we need to be watching things with this area. This is, again, the only tornado warnings that we have in the entire country, believe it or not, is out here in far eastern Iowa into northwestern Illinois. So, again, we are continuing to watch things. Okay, and it looks like we just got a cancellation of a tornado warning. So it looks like the northern half of this area looks like they have allowed that to expire. So we're down to one tornado warning, and it's this purple polygon right here that is still a confirmed tornado warning box here in far northwestern Illinois into eastern Iowa. So this is the only tornado warning that we have left here. So in the entire country, we're down to one tornado warning. So we are just going to continue to monitor this storm very closely. We are seeing multiple areas of rotation associated with this cluster of thunderstorms. Otter Creek over towards Bellevue, and then over towards Green Island and Hanover, and then another one out here. So we got one area of rotation right there. Out north of Mount Carroll, another one in between Hanover and Green Island right there. We can see there's definitely a notch there. We're seeing a notch, a very well-defined notch right near Hanover. And then we're seeing another notch here just west of Bellevue. Looks like we're seeing another spot here of rotation, and we might even see another spot near Otter Creek yet. So we are continuing to monitor this storm very closely, as this is, at this point, this is it. This is the final one. This is the last tornado warning that we have going on. So hopefully we are done after this. I do want to throw this in there as well. I like using this product right here. So this is our shear detector. And what this does is this takes away everything on the radar picture is gone. The only thing that shows up here is where we are seeing the strongest winds within the storm. And that's your shear detector. And the areas we're looking for is the green blobs, basically the small green spots on the map, as well as red. So you get green and then dark red and then yellow. And it looks like we have 3 separate spots associated with this cluster of severe thunderstorms. One is right here. There's one in Iowa. It looks like this one right here, just west of Bellevue, Iowa. This spot right here, we're seeing some green being picked up. That's your shear detector picking up on some rotation there. And then another spot right here, right over Hanover. We have a tornado icon there, right over Hanover. And then it goes down into Green Island. So that is also an area we're picking up on some shear. And then another spot here. This looks to be the strongest part of the storm. And it is on the eastern side of this confirmed tornado box. And you can see that red color there on the screen. And you can also see that tornado icon. It looks like we just got an update to that as well. So basically this, it takes away the mess of the radar picture, cleans up the radar picture and shows us spots. It shows us where we are seeing the rotation, where we're seeing the tornado part of the storm essentially. So right there, that is the strongest part of the storm, is right there in northwestern Illinois. For that, there's a tornado icon there. So right there in between Stockton and Mount Carroll, those are the areas that we're looking at. And then another one here between Savannah and Elizabeth, another tornado icon. This is just across the border into Illinois. And then farther to the west here, near Springbrook area. Now I do want to mention there, we are starting to see another rotation spot. So it looks like we might have 4 areas of rotation now for this storm. We might have another one up here near Otter Creek. Looks like we have another spot here. And we have a tornado icon signature there on that. So also looks like we just got a hail report in Bellevue, Iowa. Looks like 1-inch hail associated with that. Yeah, 1-inch hail on that storm over that went through Bellevue. 1-inch hail. Looks like we have 4 areas of rotation. Again, number 1, this is the main one here in between Mount Carroll and Stockton. And we have another one in between Elizabeth and Savannah near the Hanover area. And then it looks like we have another one down here towards Springbrook. And then we have another one out here towards Otter Creek. And this one has a tornado icon with it. Again, also there is a flash flood warning that is in this, around this. There's a green, you see this green circle that is in this area. That is a flash flood warning. And there's also the yellow boxes, which again are the severe thunderstorm warnings for this area as well. And so we are still monitoring this storm. At this time, this is the only